Let's set the scene. You're driving through Melbourne, maybe cruising down the Westgate, and then it happens. Your car just gives up. It's a nightmare scenario for any driver, right? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly what your options are when you find yourself in that spot. Ah, that sinking feeling. You know the one. You turn the key and you just get that click. Or worse, nothing at all. Or maybe you hear that dreaded thump, thump, thump of a flat tire on your way to something important. It's just a universal moment of panic, isn't it? So there you are, stuck on the side of the road. Your whole day is suddenly thrown off course, and you feel totally powerless. The clock's ticking, the stress is piling up, and all you can think is, I just need someone reliable to call, right now. And this right here, this is what we can call the roadside dilemma. In that moment, when you're feeling vulnerable, a million questions start racing through your head. Who do I even call? Can I trust them not to rip me off? And for goodness sake, how long am I going to be stuck here? This slide just nails that internal battle, doesn't it? On one side, you've got all your fears. You're worried about hidden fees, waiting forever for someone to show up, or getting some dodgy, unreliable service. But on the other side, what you really need is simple, something affordable, fast, and trustworthy. It's the classic battle of your worries versus your wants. Okay, so to see how these services actually work in the real world, let's zoom in on an example from Melbourne's western suburbs. There's a company called Elite Towing, and they've pretty much built their entire business around solving these exact driver anxieties. So, who are these guys? What's really interesting is their whole vibe is being a local, family-owned business. They've been around since 2009, serving places like Laverton, Sunshine, and Altona. And that local focus, that's usually a huge part of their promise to be affordable, quick, and, actually nice to deal with. So what really happens when you make that desperate phone call? Well, it's often a lot more than just hooking your car up to a truck. Let's have a look at the whole toolkit of services a company like this usually has on offer. First up, the main event, car towing. Of course, this has to be a 24-hour emergency service, and this one covers a 50-kilometer radius around Melbourne. It's also good to know about the different types of towing. See that mention of flatbed towing? That's where they lift your entire car onto a flat platform. That's absolutely crucial if you've got an all-wheel drive or if your car is too banged up to even roll. Now, for all you riders out there, motorcycle towing is a whole different ballgame. It takes special equipment and know-how to strap a bike down without a single scratch. You want someone who's going to treat your pride and joy with care, someone who knows Melbourne's roads and can get it where it needs to go safely. And then you've got all the other stuff, the little roadside assistance jobs that might just save you from needing a tow in the first place. Battery's dead? They'll give you a jump start. Ran out of fuel? Yep, they'll bring you some. Got a flat? They can sort that out too. It's all about being that one-stop first call for help. Okay, moving on from roadside emergencies for a second. Some of these towing companies tackle a totally different kind of car problem. That old clunker that's been sitting in your driveway, just gathering dust. And believe me, they are not picky. We're talking used cars, damaged cars, cars that are basically just scrap metal. It really doesn't matter if it runs or not. They'll take pretty much any make or model, so that old Holden or Toyota that's taken up space, you could actually get some cash for it. And they make the whole process super simple. It's basically 3 steps. You call them up for a quote, they give you a fair offer, and if you say yes, they come and haul the car away for free and give you cash right there on the spot. Pretty hassle-free, right? So there are a lot of services out there. But how do you actually pick one? This takes us right back to that original dilemma. It all comes down to trust. So let's break down a few things that can help you figure out if a service is actually reliable. So what are the big signs of a trustworthy service? Well, there are a few key things. First up, experience. A company that's been in the game for over a decade has had plenty of time to build a real reputation. Next, and this is a huge one, 24/7 availability. Your car doesn't care if it's 3 a.m. on a Sunday, so your emergency service shouldn't either. Honestly, this is a total non-negotiable if you want real peace of mind. And finally, the one you're really thinking about when you're stuck on the side of a highway, response time. A company that aims to get to you in 30 minutes or less, that can make all the difference, because every single one of those minutes feels like an hour. Of course, you don't have to take their word for it. Customer reviews are gold. Take this one, for example. It hits on those 3 words you always want to see: professional, friendly, and fast. That's the trifecta. And here's another one that just backs it all up. This one adds punctual and that they went out of their way. See, these are the little details that show you what a company is really like when you're in a jam, way beyond what their website says. Now, we've been focusing on the western suburbs, but what if you break down right in the middle of the CBD? Melbourne's a big place, and it's got a whole network of services. So let's quickly look at another option to get a more complete picture. This little table lays it out pretty clearly. While Elite Towing is based out in Laverton and covers the west, you've got another service, Emergency Towing Melbourne, that's right in the CBD and South Melbourne area. The services are pretty similar, though. These guys also do machinery towing. The real takeaway here? It pays to know who covers your area. And all of this brings us to one final question for you to think about. When your car gives out and you're feeling all that stress we talked about at the start, what's the number one thing you care about? Is it how fast they can get there? How much it's going to cost? Or is it just the simple peace of mind you get from knowing you can trust the person on the other end of the phone? It's definitely something worth considering before you ever have to make that call.